Hi everyone, this is Karak from AngryCentaurGaming, and you might know me from my recent appearances in the musicals Les Lucas Arab, or Thank God Lucas Finally Sold Star Wars to Disney, and Do Me Dirty, A Pig's Life in Eastern Kentucky. Today I'm going to bring you the review for Murdered Soul Suspect for the Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I'll be playing the PC version. Murdered Soul Suspect tells the tale of Ronan, a police officer with possibly the least imaginative name since Mr. Officer Patrol Pants. The game tells the tale of you, after being dead, searching out clues as to why you're dead and why you can't just fully die and go to the afterlife. So it's pretty much the same as George Bush's annotated notes for life after the White House. So I was supposed to get a review copy and didn't, so I bought it. I bought it so I could review it to say if it was worth you buying it based on the review, which if that's not the circle of life, I don't know what is. Let's do this, people. Up first is snazzy graphics. Honestly, the game looks really good with an attention to detail in both characters and their animations. I enjoyed the overall look of the game, and though it wasn't beautiful per se, I would say it was better than Hangnail Tug of War. Much better. Lots of special effects play out with each of your powers, and the difference between the real world and your Purgatory Apple customer service line, reality is stark and done well. The locations are somewhat detailed, but not as cluttered as I would have liked, leaving some areas feeling a little bit barren and unlived in, actually. Overall, though, I like what I saw, and there was more good than bad in this title. It ran really well, no crashes. Sound, music, and voice. The sounds were great, with the screech of reapers, the shrill scream of children, and the gurgles of the dead and dying, all reminding me exactly of the local old folks' home. The audio was clean and crisp, and the spells and their thump sound as you jump from body to body or possess someone had a good echoey, ethereal quality to them that showed a bit of work. Not a ton, let's not go overboard. I mean, I didn't think they pushed kids around or recorded dying people, but it was overall fairly well done. Music. This I actually really liked. It felt like it fit really well, and damn if it wasn't tension building when it needed to be. It wasn't something I was ready to go and buy the official soundtrack for, but I would end up getting it cheap from Amazon if they had it. Overall, soundtrack really well done. Now, voice. This was excellent, and aside from a corny line or two in the story, everyone has weight, emotion, and effect, and it seems to be less reading lines while on a soundstage and actually bouncing lines off one another in real time. It probably wasn't that way, but that is the auto director's job, and he did a really good job faking it. The voice actors fit their characters, with Ronan and his brother-in-law being the highlights for sure in this game. Big dog in the room, gameplay. So, this isn't LA Noire. Just remember that as we move forward. This is not LA Noire, or Ghost with LA Noire, or Ghost with LA Noire and some superpower game. This is more point-and-click adventure hidden in a 3D world that pretends it's a mission-based game but doesn't pretend any better than, say, Gene Simmons pretends that's his fucking real hair. The game has you exploring the cause and mystery of your own death as well as the life you lived before, as well as helping out other ghosts that sometimes just seem to be too fucking lazy to walk into the next room to find out why they also can't leave purgatory. While doing that, you have some cool abilities like Possession, Poltergeist, Eavesdrop, Peek, and some others later on. Use these to traverse the world and discover the hidden secret of your death, all the while running from different baddies that require very basic ways of dispatching them. You also do a shit ton of investigation, which boils down to something like click this, then click that, then click this 2 times, then go back to clicking that, but wait, something over there needs clicking on. Oh look, I can click that while I click this. Let's go, exhibit. The fact is, the more bits you do, the more investigations you make and take, the more the game just feels like many 2D point-and-click adventure games. I came to grips with this fast, but if you don't, you're going to be like the Rock shirt in Fast and the Furious 6, stretched at the seams and fit to bursting. Now that being said, what you do end up doing is very interesting, and if you take the game as the linear story that it is, you may find yourself engrossed in a world and a story that is actually entertaining at someone creative, if a bit prone to investigations that are like SNES boss battles. A, B, A, no. A, B, C, no. What about ABA? No. Okay, BCA, yep. What it lacks for in complexity, it makes up for in... Oh wait, it actually doesn't. The game is long, somewhat around maybe 10 hours. Even though I enjoyed my first playthrough, there's just no retelling or replay available in this title at all. So what do you get with Murdered Soul Suspect? You get a point-and-click adventure in a 3D world, an interesting story that is as linear as it is engaging, which means a great deal. If this game was an Indian totem, it would just be a wood carving of a fucking safety sign, because that is what it is. It's very safe. So I rate games on a buy, wait for a sale, rent, or tease others for buying at rating scale. Honestly, this is a wait for a sale. The game isn't bad, but for full price, you're going to be asked to pony up enough dough to get a rough and tumble BJ and clean up in Amsterdam, or another better, longer, more brilliant game, whichever item your little soul desires at that specific time. I liked it, but I didn't $60 like it. Maybe 40 or 30 or 20, even if 40, but I'm a fan of ghost stories and I can ignore linear bits. Frankly, there just wasn't enough being offered here for me to say it's worth $60. So this is Karak from AngryCentaurGaming, and I just want to always acknowledge how cool you peeps are. Yes, even you guys who tell me you're gonna send someone to rape my sister because I didn't like Dead or Alive 5 as much as you did because I didn't masturbate on the cover. You gentle, amazing beasts, you. So if you liked the review, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. Share it if you can. Share word about my channel if you like it. If you don't, tell everyone I suck. This is Karak from somewhere in the afterlife, possessing your cats and shit. Peace out, bitches.